All right. Let's go, guys. We got Bunny up here in the top left of the map, and he is going to be playing up against LAMBO. Down here in the bottom right side, representing the Shopify Rebellion. LAMBO has been on a tear lately. He's looking very fantastic, very confident. But he's playing against Bunny, and Bunny has to be the favorite because he is a multitasking god. He's an aggressive god. And remember, late last year, 2022, he was in that finals in Atlanta and was very close to clinching his first Premier Tournament victory. Bunny has really ascended to a very high level. And I know that he's been the practice partner of many champions in the past. Anyone who ever beats Maru, they do it because they've been practicing with Bunny. At least that's what I've heard in Korea. I've heard people say that. He's the practice partner. You want to beat Maru, you got to play about 500 games versus Bunny. And that's how you get there. So LAMBO so far, you get to one Zergling, not too bad. Or Bunny does, sorry, get one Zergling. Looks like a pretty standard opening for LAMBO. I think this is a Clash opening. As far as I can tell, yeah, looks pretty solid. He's going to go for that second tumor on the natural soon. And behind this, a third command center for Bunny. So he's opening pretty standard. Fast three command centers, fast 3 CC as we call it, Reaper Hellion. Oh, Bunny. That's not a good start. You do not want to give LAMBO an inch, man. He will take a mile. I always feel that LAMBO is, whilst he's a fantastic technical, strategic pro gamer, he's not as fast as some of these other guys. I do think Bunny's quicker than him. I think if LAMBO's smart, he's clever, he plans his series out. For anyone who really wants to appreciate, go over to my main YouTube channel. I guess my first YouTube channel. I don't even know if it's my main channel these days since I put so much content out across all of them. But there's a video where we actually looked at LAMBO's video. Actually, do I even put that on YouTube? I'm not even sure I did. Either way, basically, LAMBO has a video on his YouTube channel where he talks about his grand finals versus Serral in a big Premier tournament a few years ago. And just hearing his thoughts on breaking down how he played that series and how he picked his builds and how he countered Serral, predicting what he was going to do, was amazing. Like, it was such a cool video. Seeing an insight into just how far ahead on the thinking side and the planning side of StarCraft LAMBO is. But this is a game which is not just about the thinking side. It's also about the speed. It's your ability to adapt very quickly. Like, LAMBO might be good at planning things out ahead of times and adjusting as he goes, but is he going to be able to handle the raw pace of multitasking, the aggression, and the dynamic flow of the gameplay that Bunny will bring at him? Bunny's cloak did get scouted there, so LAMBO should be well prepared. He's going for a lair, a second gas. Got that first Banshee snaking down the left of the map. Stim, second and third barracks on the way. And you can see the factory just being used to build extra reactors for the barracks to lift off onto. And here we go. Hellion's poking around. Queens are well positioned for now. LAMBO, if you could get some damage on that Banshee, that'd be great. But great reaction there by Bunny. Bunny does lose a Hellion for just one Zergling so far. Very good defense. And Bunny, big mistakes here, man. Losing the Reaper early. Now he's getting damage on the hatchery. But if he doesn't get the kill, I mean, losing all these hit points, not a great move. If he can get the kill, it's all worth it though. Third base is landed. He's got a few Marines over there in the mineral line. Definitely a bit vulnerable to Ling backstabs. Sporkrel is not in range. He needs this creep to spread. Oh, very nice. Okay. I was hating on Bunny there for that move, but it turns out he knew the creep spread wasn't fast enough. He manages to get a cancel on the fourth of LAMBO. It's still a very decently timed fourth base, but LAMBO was looking to get ahead with how early that was. And he's going to take a fifth on the right at the same time. Ooh, I love this move. I love delaying the macro hatch and just going straight to 5 bases. Something I often criticize Solar for never doing this because, like, I feel he's too safe as a Zerg. But definitely, if LAMBO gets away with it, he will soar ahead in this game. Overseer's coming up. Get out of there, Banshees. Ooh, Overseer is a little slow. Gets a bit of damage on the Banshees, but doesn't actually take him out. Fifth base is in jeopardy right now. LAMBO's already above 70 workers. Oh me, oh my. It's 6 minutes and LAMBO's at 72 workers, about to be 75. Oh my god, and he takes out a Banshee as well? Oh, you're going to be careful, Bunny. This is looking very dangerous. He has cleared up all the active tumors in the middle of the map, so that's slowing down LAMBO's map control. The map control isn't that important. He's getting a macro hatchery out front. Now, the reason you want to build that macro hatchery out front is your queens are going to be nearby, those creep queens, so they can go and just dump injects on that as a one-off. I call it a big... I call it a lava fountain, basically. You just kind of spam lava on it. It becomes kind of like a health fountain or a mana fountain from Warcraft 3, except it's just non-stop units pumping out of it. And that, with the 5 bases, is going to give Lambo an immense amount of production. Bunny's first push coming through, and he has to get damage done with this. The Hellion Marine tank is pushing back the Queens for now. Gets an Overlord, but combat shields are still 30 seconds away. Got to be careful here. Nice tank positioning. I'd like to see that tank get down there. Yeah, good positioning by Bunny. Not the best, actually. He misclicked that on the terrain. He needs that to be a little lower so it doesn't get surrounded by a Zergling flank. A Zergling flank, which Lambo's already setting up. I'd like to see Lambo move these units up there because they are going to be attacking around a corner otherwise. But look at this. Oh my god, look at that, guys. He's splitting units on 3 sides. He's got the Queen Lingbane in the middle, Lingbane on the right, and Lingbane on the left. Lambo getting ready to go in on this. He's going to go for a big surround. Here we go. Watch out, Bunny. There's a big force about to collapse on you. The Marines are trying to force him to pull the trigger too early. Lambo's being so patient, though. Oh my god, he's setting up a 4-way surround. Here we go. No. Still, oh my god, he's so patient. He's waiting for the Banelings to catch up on the top. And that's it. Lambo coming in from 3 sides. Oh my gosh, the Marines have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Nice focus with siege tanks on the Banelings. Bunny turned what should have been a terrible fight into a decent one. Equal units lost. That could have been so much worse for him. But focusing those Banelings down with his siege tanks allowed it to be okay. Still down 14 workers, though. Lambo's got numbers behind this. More Banelings morphing, and with only 1 siege tank, Bunny is still leaning into this pressure very heavily. Bunny has got to deal with a big Ling backstab sneaking around the right side of the map. The Queens have lost all their transfuse energy now. A lot of the Queens seem to have fallen. Massive Zerglings are moving around the back, looking for the flank. Queens fall back in the middle. Great interception on the rally. Lambo finds some money here. Ooh, he's got to be careful, though. It's a lot of Marines coming back. Forces the siege up. He will back off from there. A few more Banelings join this side. He runs forward at the front. He tries to take out the tank and gets punished for it. Oh, no! Oh, man, I thought Lambo was pretty far ahead from the opening in this game, but look at how Bunny is handling this. As long as Bunny doesn't let him up his ramp, I think Bunny's taking some amazing trades. Look at that. It was dead even at 3,100 versus 3,100. Since then, we've seen a massive, massive advantage. 3-to-1 trading for Bunny. Lambo's got to find a decisive engagement. He's got to do it soon. This Marine tank aggression is not stopping. There's a lot of extra production and bases being built behind this by Bunny. Finally, Lambo finds a siege tank behind this. The Marines are going to head back to try to deal with it. 4th command center gets cancelled. Lingbane rolling in. At the same time, Marines shove forward. They get a queen or 2. But Lambo being very patient so far. The Lingbane chasing these Marines. They're going to need to stim a 3rd time if he doesn't watch out. But look at that. Nice micro by Bunny. Great crisis management. Unfortunately, he hasn't started building a new 4th command center. Lingbane coming in from all sides. The siege tanks are going to be getting taken out. The Banelings coming in behind the Marines. Oh, man. Bunny saves a few of them, but a lot of them do go down. Liberator facing in the wrong direction. Queens shoves some spikes right up its rear side. It goes down, gets shot out of the sky. Another Liberator trying to stabilize. Lambo's on top of him right now. He's got a massive army supply advantage. That 3rd mineral line's looking exposed. Lingbane is splitting into every angle, and Bunny, some nice aggression for him, but Lambo, just a fantastic, smooth opening. Got himself ahead and exploded. The moment he got rid of those tanks in the middle of the map, he just ran over Bunny. All right, let's go, guys. Down in the bottom left side of the map, we've got Bunny. Rough game 1 there, but I think maybe take the fight over to his opponent a bit more here in game 2. Lambo with a bloody fantastic game 1. Very clean opening. Even though his 4th base got cancelled, didn't matter, just rebuilt it, had a 5th on the way, didn't really let his creep get slowed down too much. It was pushed back, but I think what I was most impressed by is how patiently Lambo set up his surrounds. Far too many players, I think, just take way too long to set those surrounds up, or they just attack from one angle. And I mean, if you're catching the Terran before he's sieged, attacking from one angle is okay, I think, but once the Terran's sieged up in those nice positions, you've got to circle around, man. Hatchery does go up there as well. So pretty standard 16 hatch opening for Lambo. Bunny is going to be going barracks gas for now. And we can see in a moment, if he rallies that SCV to the other side of the map, that's going to mean he's SCV scouting, otherwise not. Bunny, look at that. Nice micro of his SCV. Make sure the SCV that builds the gas pops off, rotates around, and then mines from the inside. Allowing the other 2 workers to already grab gas from inside it while he repositions. Spawning pool and gas going down as well for Lambo, who did look like he's really checking for proxy barracks, right? He's checking this whole bottom side. He's not prioritizing getting across the map so fast. He's like, let's make sure I'm not getting proxy barracked. And indeed, no scout for Bunny, playing blind, happy to. And I mean, why not? How often is Lambo going pool first or 12 pool or something crazy like that? Pretty rare. Second depot goes down there on top of that ramp. Reaper is on the way. Lambo pulling off gas already. Just the moment this hatchery gets available. And those workers... Oh, one worker's going to do a long distance return. Lambo notices, does give it the manual order to return cargo. We've got 2 queens and 4 zerglings on the way. Lambo sending a drone out to that third base. We should be seeing an overlord. So a drone, an overlord, and then a third hatchery. That's right, guys. It's the standard clash opening. A fantastic build. It's been around the meta for quite a few years now. The players continue to improve it. We'll see if Lambo does those little laser adjustments that he likes. I know a laser likes to inject the natural rather than the main base, and then bring the queen down. Ooh, nice. Already getting a zergling snipe. Queen is out. And you can see no inject on the natural. So Lambo just preferring to inject the main, go creep tumor on the natural, and because that Reaper took enough hits, unable to delay that creep tumor at all. On the other hand, the inject on the main was a few seconds delayed, so slight mistake there for Lambo. Third command center already on the way up on the high ground. Hiding it in the back is Bunny. I like it. Got a Marine, making sure an Overlord doesn't sneak past down that side of the map. Little does he realize that Lambo has very little Overlord vision. The Hive cluster is under attack. I don't know if that's the Zagara voice pack that Lambo's using or if that's just the standard Zerg voice. Oh, nice moves by Bunny. Gets another Zergling. Shouldn't be able to get the creep tumor. That one will pop into the ground and hide itself. Lambo with his first lava injective drones manually rallies 2 of those back into the gas. Really clean opening for him. And oh, Stim's already on the way. Second barracks. Oh, okay, guys. Bunny's gonna do a two barracks opening here. So he's gonna just probably lift that factory off. Yep, look at that. Already lifting that off. The factory will lift, build a reactor for the starport. So this is 3CC 211. What that means is 3 command centers. So very fast third base into 2 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport. Which means almost always the 211, if someone says that, they mean this specific build where you get a tech lab, you make stim, 16 marines, 2 medevacs after swapping the factory and the starport around. And essentially you skip the Hellion Liberator harass or the Hellion Banshee harass. Just a few Hellions here to deny scouting, to do very light pressure. And he's not going 8 Hellions and 2 Banshees or a battle cruiser. It's just like, no. I'm just going to make marines and medevacs and use those to really skip straight to the sort of mid-game interactions that we're used to seeing. Nice Hellion Micro so far. Ling's looking for this around. You got to be careful here. Bunny does get out of trouble though. Reaper survives on 4 hit points. Lambo's pushing his creep spread forward quite aggressively. I also love his Overlord pattern. Look at his vision. He sees so much with these Overlords. No surprises. He's even shuffling this one a bit further forward. Third base comes out. Lambo's blocking that from landing. And even reacts quick enough to run away. Should be able to outrun those Hellions. First 2 medevacs are building. They'll be out in the near future. And third and fourth gas going down as well. So Bunny is looking to just transition into a full-on macro game from here. Lambo going for a lair and a Baneley nest, as well as a very quick 4th base once again. A few creep tumors snipes might seem effective, but look how quickly he respreads. Unless you go back in now and get rid of these new tumors, this doesn't really slow Lambo down so much. And, oh, Bunny does look to go back in, but not able to get even a single creep tumor there. Lambo's creep, unperturbed, continuing to grow. I often say a scary Zerg player is a grower, not a shower. That creep, it's going to get out of control if you leave it alone. If you don't punch him in the creep, that thing's going to get big and solid. 4th and 5th barracks are on the way. Where's the 2 engineering bays, guys? Oh, there they are. Just now starting +1 attack. Does need to start +1 armor, but he's busy microing these marines. Gets an Overlord. Oh, no. You cannot lose this base. Lambo, no! Oh, the 2-on-1 gets that fast 4th base snipe. Oh, man. 2 games in a row. Lambo losing his fast 4th. I don't think it's the end of the world, because obviously, I mean, actually, it's pretty bad. This forces Lambo to sit here on 60 drones, massing Ling Bane for now, while he tries to rebuild this. Double drop rotates. Lambo's a little slow to react. He's trying to surround the Hellions on the front. He's going to lose a bunch of drones for it. Oh, man, this is not good for Lambo at all. Losing a gas. 5 more workers. Baneliness is in trouble. That's going to force him to act. And Bunny should just be getting out of here. Ooh, a little slow on the pickup. Maybe losing a few more Marines than he needed to. Nonetheless, Lambo is taking way more damage than he wants to. Yet another drone goes down. And an Overlord. Oh, my God. Okay, Lambo is really feeling the pain right now. Almost 3-to-1 cost efficiency for Bunny, who's got a 4th command center on the way. And yeah, he's just miles ahead. He's only behind a few workers, but when you've got 3 mules dropping at a time, that is an advantage for the Terran. He's remembered his +1 armor upgrade. His armory goes down now as well. Second factory is the only thing that's really missing right now. And he's building siege tanks, 2 of them in the medevac, looking to join up on the front. Lambo has redroned to 67 workers. He's got a 5th base going up in the north, the centrally positioned macro hatchery. Something which I feel like I don't see too much. I've been watching too much Dark. I've started building my macro hatcheries in the main, but I'm inspired to start doing this the way Lambo does it. Problem for him is he took a lot of damage early. He is outnumbered, but look at his creep spread. If he can get an ambush on this, that could be big. Bunny doesn't necessarily realize how much Zerg there is. Okay, he's going to move around the right. Oh, tanks there is really good. Oh, I don't like this tank positioning. This tank positioning out in the open, a bit easy to surround. Lambo's got a backstab getting ready to go in. Oh! Tank isn't even sieged on the high ground. Bunny needs to mineral walk those SCVs. Oh my god, he clicks them, but he doesn't mineral walk them. He misclicked on the ground. Oh no, that is a disaster. That is so bad for him, guys. And it looks like he's trying to push forward on the front to try and do that, but what a huge mistake. If he just mineral walked those SCVs, then he would have got them all away. And you can tell he didn't realize he misclicked because he went back to focus on the front. Otherwise, he would have just fixed it. But if you don't click the SCVs on minerals or a gas, then they will get blocked by other units. You need to mineral walk them, as we call it, so they phase through those units to safety. Tanks, Liberators, Marines, and Elbats nicely spread here for Bunny, but Lambo comes in with a vengeance. Takes out 2 tanks, will clear up the lib as well. And Lambo will fall back from there. Looks like his Ling Bane cleared up a few Marines before having to get pulled over. Bunny has a 4th command center. He could recover from this losses of SCVs, but it's going to be tough because Lambo's on 66 workers. He's building 10 more drones, a hive, and his 2-2 is earlier than the Terran. Something we're not used to seeing. Not to mention he's up in army supply. Oh, Bunny might just be dead. He's got that 1 tank on the high ground covering this base. That's about it right now. Lings on the left could deny that planetary, force it to cancel. Any delay is going to be good for Lambo. And Bunny, he's building 3 Widow Mines at a time. 2-2 upgrades are on the way. The Marines get a few of those Zerglings. Most of them do escape. Here we go. Big poke at the front. Oh my god, you could see Bunny's getting ready to evacuate with his SCVs because he knows he can't hold this position. But Lambo maybe is taking a bit too long to pounce. I think Lambo maybe could just pounce on this and win the game. But instead, he's droned up to 80 workers. He's got 5 bases. He's got creep spreading everywhere on that bottom side. His top side is a little inactive on the creep spread. Does force a cancel on a bunch of those banelings. Nice move by Bunny. You lose 25% of the cost on canceling a cocoon mid-morph. Marines and Widow Mines on the right going to go after this base down here. That's a 6th base in the bottom right side. Going up to 8 barracks. Behind it is Bunny. He's back up to 58 workers. Bunny's getting back to a more solid position. He's still not quite there. Oh, the Widow Mine gets a decent hit. Does damage some of his own units, but they survive for now, and that's all that matters. Widow Mine Marine pressure in the top of the map, while he redrops in the bottom. Vipers and an Ultra Caverner on the way, though. Lambo, he's got all that tech coming in this game, and that's very scary. Adrenal glands as well. That's plus 40% attack speed for your Zerglings. Widow Mine not quite recharged just yet. Widow Mine Marine on the top doing damage. Lambo looks like he F2'd. Oh no! Lambo brought his whole army to the bottom. Now he's bringing his whole army to the top. Uh-oh, Lambo's got to be careful. He's ahead. He's large and in charge in this game. I like the Spork Rulers just limiting the future drop possibilities. He doesn't have a lot of other units. Vipers are gathering energy off that hive. He's got Overlord speed on the way as well. Lambo is almost maxed. He's also got Ultras versus a very Marine-heavy opponent, which is terrible for Bunny. Just Marines, Marauders, and Widow Mines. Bunny's on 8 barracks, but he's only building 1 Marauder at a time right now. He needs to up that Marauder production. He does not know about the hive. He has no idea Widowmine's trying to burrow, Bio trying to spread. Yeah, lots of Tech Lab barracks are available. He's just not using them that much right now. A few more Marauders are queuing up. Bunny's almost max. Lambo's already there. Army advantage does go to neither side. It's about dead even. Good spreadies from Lambo. Doesn't take too many bad Widowmine hits as I say that. Oh, great spready on the bottom as well. Splits off the single. Oh, I'm sorry, Lambo. Caster Curse comes in big there as I apparently kind of ruined him. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. Lambo fans are like, why? 6th base did get canceled. I mean, actually, this is pretty good. If he can keep canceling this base over and over again, that's massive. Another cancel. Being stuck on 5 bases means Lambo's bases are starting to mine out. His main is natural now. You can see oversaturated. And lots more Widowmines. They're pretty close together. A few Banelings on those would be nice. Lambo, you cannot attack around this pillar. No. You got to be careful with this fight. He's very clumped around that pillar. I do like that parasitic bomb, but in the absence of anything else happening, Bunny just immediately splits it off and takes very little damage. Siege Tank and Widowmine are defending this base for now. How do you engage these Widowmines? I think you just got to send a few Banelings on top to detonate them. Does send a few Lings and a Baneling. Takes 3 of those Widowmine hits. Nicely done by Lambro. Lambro doing very good to clean up those Widowmines. He does lose his Lingbane counterattack in the bottom, though. That Siege Tank is now up to 17 kills in that 3rd base. Ultras are on the field. +3 does start in terms of melee. No Carapace, though, which is the more important upgrade. He's already got chitinous plating. 3-3 is on the way. So Bunny will take an upgrade advantage in the near future. For now, though, I feel like he's vulnerable. I really think Lambo could be just backstabbing him with Massling Bane and taking out Planetaries. Oh, great Widowmine hit there, guys. That one got 14 units. Ultras, Lings, and Banes struggling to find the right engagement. I feel like Lambo should just be backstabbing with a pack of Ultraling Bane. And, you know, Bunny is doing such a good job with his main army movement and micro. Lambo can't find the fight he wants. 3 Queens, walk-off creep. That had to be a misclick there. He does have decent creep, but notice he's lost most of his active tumors in the middle of the map. He's still got a few on the bottom. He's trying to set up a flank right now. Another Widowmine shot goes off. Don't know how much that killed. I think that was a Widowmine from earlier in the game, so it's sitting at 15 kills. The units lost have 50% more efficient for Bunny right now. And look at this spread of units. Lambo's trying to break those rocks, but he's going to lose the hatchery. And oh, maybe going in a bit too early is Lambo. Oh, those Widowmines, absolute bangers all over his force. But man, I don't know. Bunny's outnumbered right now. He's got to get out of there. Oh, it's so much Ling Bane. Another big Widowmine hit, but it actually took out a ton of those Stim Marines as well. Lambo pounces on top, takes out all of those SCVs. The Planetary's going to survive, funnily enough. But no, it's not. He's going to turn around, go back, and the Planetary will fall. Notice how Bunny was focus firing the Banelings. Fantastic control from him. Widowmines are all over the shop as well. We've got 14 medevacs. Way too many medevacs. Okay, big mistake for Bunny. He should have been building Liberators a little while ago. 12 medevacs is the absolute maximum you want. But Bunny's on autopilot. He's under pressure right now. He knows he's behind in this game. He's got to keep on being focused on his micro, but that means he's overbuilding medevacs terribly. He's got a lot of Marauders coming out. 13 Marauders, 26 Marines. The Ultraling Bane going to cause him issues. His main base is trying to float down here. Lambo's not giving him time for that. Oh, Widowmine just took out a lot of Zerglings, but it shot down a medevac as well. The Bio pulling back to that one Sergeant Chadhammer siege tank from earlier on. Oh, the parasitic bomb just got massive damage, man. Big damage on those parasitic bombs. Takes out a lot of the medevacs, a lot of them deep in the red as well. The Ultras do get cleaned up, though. That may have been an overextension at the tail end of that fight. 8,000 resource lost advantage for Bunny. Bunny's up 50 army supply right now. Lambo, because he kept losing his bases, remember, his income was not as high as it could be. Finally, that base is mining. This base is finally rebuilt. But now he's got to defend against 115 army supply of Marauders. Oh my lord, enough Marines and Widowmines to make quick work of the Zerglings when he stands and fights. Started stepping away from the Ultras. Oh, good pullback here by Lambo. He needs Infestors. He's going to need Infestors against this mass Bio. Or an overwhelming number, which he doesn't have right now. Oh my gosh. Parasitic Bomb on the medevac takes out 3 medevacs, but the Ultras are just outnumbered. He's got to give up this base. Oh my lord, Lambo was so ahead for so long. But Bunny is such a clutch player under pressure. Even in that Grand Finals versus Hero, there were multiple games where he was looking down and out, and then he came back and won. He is so dangerous when he commits to these attacks because his micro is just that good. Lambo lost his 6th base. He doesn't want to lose this one as well. Lings come in from the flank, but those Marines more than a match for them. That Ultralisk getting taken out. Notice the Marauders are always focusing the Ultras, while the Marines are just free firing on whatever comes up closest to them, usually the Zerglings. Great micro by Bunny. He's so good at that focus fire, man. The Marines not letting the Ultra land many hits either. Ultras are meant to counter Marines very well, but Bunny says, I've got micro, bitch. Viper's starting to gather more energy off the hatchery on the right side. Drones here are trying to pull back right now. The Ultra's coming forward. These medevacs. Oh my god. Oh my god, the parasitic bomb. Oh, he loses 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Medevacs go down. And from far too many medevacs down to just 3. That's super vital. If he didn't get that, these guys would heal up. But now there's so much less healing available. Every time he stims, that is a death sentence. He cannot heal. The Ultra pops out on top of the army. Oh, that Ultra on the army was devastating. But Bunny's micro is slippery. These units, they butted up before they came in here. That's a whole bunch of groundskeeper willies with advanced modern warfare equipment. They are basically just saying, grease me up and I'll get in there. The Ultra's trying to hug them, but they just slip out. It's like watching a guy trying to get a choke on a dude that's super duper sweaty. He just keeps slipping away. But it might just be enough. Bunny, he has a 5th base in the bottom. He's still only on 42 workers. The question is Lambo mining? Lambo's got this base. This base is keeping him alive right now. If he loses that, I think he's dead. Because he's got a base up there, but that's mining out. His other bases are all mining out. Bunny actually has way fresher expansions, even though they're not defended. Even a few Zerglings would deny this whole base of mining and would have stopped that planetary going up. But Bunny has kept Lambo so defensive that Lambo has not been able to do that. And it's actually going to be Bunny, even with a 30 worker deficit. If he gets rid of this base, I think Bunny wins the game. Lambo needs to hang on right now. The Widow Mine does fire, takes out a bunch of those Banelings. Queens are up front. Oh, that Queen, she's got 3 transfuses. You do not want to lose her. Those transfuses are so effective when used on Ultralisks. Lings do find the left side. 10 SCVs go down. The rest do get away from there. That's putting pressure on Bunny. His wounded economy becomes even worse right now. He's got to get rid of this base. The Bio with a nice spready, but the Banelings find the mark on some Marauders. The Ultras and the Lings pulling back. I like the way Lambo is baiting out a lot of stims. Notice there isn't a lot of medevac healing. The Bio is stimming itself deep into the red and orange. Bunny is desperate and Lambo knows it. The Widow Mine takes out a few Zerglings, but it kills just as many friendly Marines. Lambo, his base in the top is in jeopardy. Marine Marauder's going to stim on it, but he's just going to give it up. Drones will run away. The Queens will try to take out some of these units. They do take that Widow Mine to the face. The Bio's got to be careful, though, because look at this. Counter swipe coming in for it. Lambo gets in on the 3rd base. Bunny quick to lift, quick to evacuate. He dives in the bottom. Oh, no. Was this a mistake? Was this a mistake for Lambo? He needs to kill that planetary. If he gets the planetary, it might be okay, but he's losing all of his mining bases right now. The Bio in the top fighting against the Queen Zergling. Ultras and Banelings roll in. The SCVs run away. The Ultras aren't killing the SCVs. There we go. Good micro by Lambo. Notice he splits the Ultras to kill all of those repairing SCVs, and he gets it. The planetary goes down. Meanwhile, on the top, it looks like the Ling Queen is slowly defending this Bio. Drones are transferring through the battle. The Ultras do survive. 2 of them alive. Looks like the Marauders will take out one of those Ultras on the way home. It gets popped like a juicy pimple ready to erupt. The Marine Marauder gunning down these drones. Lambo has so many drones, though. He doesn't care about losing a few of them. It's hatcheries that he's missing, because all he's got is that base mining 4 mineral patches, and now this base with a full base of mining. Now, on the other hand, you got 3 orbitals dropping mules and a full mineral line, or mostly full mineral line of SCVs, I guess. So the income is not that far ahead for Lambo, but he's up in army supply. And look at that. Oh, Ultra runs in, does get cleaned up. That's not very good for Lambo. I think he's got enough numbers to contest this, though, with defender's advantage. Bunny still feels desperate. He's still low on medevacs, and oh no! Loses a whole pack of Marines to Banelings there. 4 Marauders do pick up. Uh-oh. Oh, he's gone too deep. He doesn't have enough space in those medevacs for everyone. The Widowmine's trying to keep him alive. Lambo realizes he's out of position, and he jumps on top, forces the hot pickup. That base needs to evacuate quick, fast. Bunny's got to get out of there. He's got to unload these units and give them time to heal. Lambo is not giving him that opportunity. Lambo is realizing now is a very big opportunity for him. He's going to dive into the natural. The balls on this German. Lambo realizes, I've got you caught right now. And actually, good pullback timing. Says, yep, I'm going to keep your medevacs empty, keep your units weak, and run away whenever I can't get on top of you. That Ultra does go down. A few Zerglings will fall as well, but right now, Bunny, he lost the bottom base. He has no mining. He has no mining whatsoever. He can land that base. He can drop a few mules. He's got another command center floating out to the right side. Lambo has stabilized. He's got this base up here mining. He's got that one mining and this one. And uh-oh, he's not protecting it. Lambo, he's splitting off some Zerglings to try and clean up other things up, but he's got to defend this top base. Uh-oh. Oh, Bunny finds the mark yet again. Lambo cannot be affording to lose that. That's the most important base. It goes down. Lings do run in at the same time. Oh, but Bunny just has no income. He gets absolutely ravaged by the Ling run buys. And I gotta say, once again, Lambo playing a fantastic macro game. Bunny down 0-2. All right, guys, let's go into the next game. We got Bunny in the top left, and he is now fighting for his life. Dude, he almost brought that back despite being kind of far behind on workers. On the other hand, he did a lot of damage to Lambo early. What went wrong for him from there? I can't even remember what the big turning point was. I think Lambo just found a few good engagements, and then when... Oh, actually, it was the SCV misclick, wasn't it? Yeah, that SCV misclick. Losing 20 workers by not mineral walking away from his third. That was the big mistake for Bunny. If he can not make a mistake like that, I think he played a bit better than Lambo. I think his unit control was next level. He's just got to clean that up, man. Now he's going to go Marine into Quick Factory here. Oh, interesting. And it looks like he's not planning to swap those around too early either. Now Lambo's just looking for proxies. So he's actually not got an Overlord on that side of the map. Bunny's not going to find anything other than the Urubu. Urubu, who are you? As it flaps off into the fog of war. Lambo going to send that 21st drone out to take the third base. And just once again, standard clash opening. I mean, it hasn't failed him yet. He's up 2 games in this series. He's done this opening hundreds of times. Why change it if they ain't broke? Gets the 27 drone, 28 Overlord. Third hatchery goes down. Meanwhile, the Marine will come out. Oh, idiot! Bunny! He just killed the Urubu. Oh, no, guys. I hate to call it, but it looks like we're looking at a 3-0 series here. Oh, Bunny, you fool. For those who don't know, ever since we've had this map in the pool, anyone who kills the Urubu curses themselves. So unless Lambo has killed his own, which he has not, there's still 2 Urubus there, there's still one there. Then unless he equalizes it by bringing a pox along upon his own race, then Bunny will lose this. And I know this, guys, because... by the lore of tea leaf reading, every game I've seen someone do it, honestly, they lose the game. It's like, it's a weird, you know, I don't have a technical reason why, other than superstition. It's a sacred bird, don't kill it. And we'll see if Lambo does feel nice and feels like killing. Where'd that Urubu go? I think it went off to the right. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Yeah, no, I don't think Lambo's going to kill it. I think Lambo's a pretty nice guy. He's German. They've got a lot of guilt, the Germans, guys. So that's why they're so good with, like, nature and the environment and taking care of things. Like, oh, no. It's like, I don't want to hurt animals. My people, you know. So yeah, I don't think he's going to do that. I don't know, man. But Bunny's got to dig deep. He's got to dig deep. Obviously, that's a silly superstition that just happens to almost always be correct. Let's see if Bunny can fight through a curse. This is Babylon. It's a great map for Terran vs. Zerg. It's a really good map for Terran. It's actually surprising that he picked Dragon Scales first. I think this map's better for Terran. Oh, look at that Ling Scout. Gets in. Seeing these depots, you know there's no third command center. So Lambo's immediately like, hey, what the hell are you doing, dude? And he's going to see no add-on on the factory. He's like, wait a second, what is happening here? So there's a bunch of Marines moving across the map. Now a third command center goes down. Cloaked Banshee's coming across the map pretty darn early in this game. Cloak should be finishing about 540. And up at 6 Queens is a Lambo right now. His Overlord sees these Marines running back and forward, so he knows he doesn't need to build Zerglings. Stays really calm. Builds a Bailey Nest. No spores yet, though. Uh-oh. Lambo. No spores. Uh-oh. You should know that you need spores down 430 at the latest. He goes 437. Oh, that 7 seconds is going to cost him, guys. Oh, man. Oh, man. Very quick drone pull. Very quick drone pull. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, that's a lot of drones going down. Transfuse, maybe? Maybe transfuse? Might be worth it. 6 drones go down and a lot of mining time. That is costly. Lambo taking a big hit there. You know, I think he was tricked because he saw no factory on the reactor. He thought, oh, you're probably doing a multiple barracks build. He probably thought the factory had maybe just swapped with a starport to build, like, you know, medevacs. So I think that's what Lambo expected to come here, and he's just being caught off guard. 7 drones, mining time. He's handled it pretty well, but definitely a nice opening for Bunny, who's now got 1-1 on the way. Stim, 3 racks. Very nice setup for him. Gets the Reddit point Banshee out of dodge. Goes back in, actually. Oh, good pull by Lambo. Doesn't lose any extra drones. Creep spread is okay. It's nothing amazing, especially since there's no Hellions on the map. You'd like to see Lambo really spread creep fast, but because the Banshee's caught him off guard, he's reeling a little bit. He's trying to just fix up his macro for now. And Queens do push back those Banshees. 4th base is on the way. That started at about 5 minutes 20. Very well timed 4th base. Bunny's going to leave a safety siege tank on the high ground to cover this. And those Marines moving forward. Very nice. Double Evo chamber has gone down, but Lambo hasn't used it just yet. Oh, get out of there, Banshee. Wait, what? What? How did he kill that Banshee? Did he decloak? I think he must have decloaked because it still had 5 energy. Bunny maybe misclicking the decloak button there, thinking to only do it on the other Banshee, and actually ends up losing the Reddit point 1. Bit of a bummer. Keeping 2 Banshees alive to stop run-bys is such a good tool, man. But yet again, another siege tank in the medevac Marine push. The Bunny push, guys. I know that's what Tasteless likes to call this. Just chuck tanks into medevacs. Oh, he shoots his own siege tank. The siege tank walks over the creep tumor as he shoots it. Bit of a mistake there for Bunny. Does take 69 points of damage on that siege tank. Queen's Ling's Bane's trying to hang on. Lambo's getting ready for a Ling Bane flank, but he's got to be careful. He's got to be really careful with this positioning. The Banshee's going to come forward, make it hard for him to collapse on this, at least by surprise. Combat shields is very late, though. Bunny forgot shields. That's a bummer. He's going to have 1-1 upgrades, but no shields. Oh, that tank on the high ground, shelling the Zerglings that are trying to break their rocks. The Banshee getting damage on the Ling Bane as well. Oh, Lambo does get rid of the first siege tank very nicely, but I think he needs to pull back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's chasing. Oh, no, Lambo. Lambo over chases there, too deep into the enemy territory. He's trying to take a 5th base down here. There's no way he can get that 5th base up. Lambo thinks he's done. Bunny says, are you kidding me? The Banshee does get taken out. Good win there for Lambo. That siege tank's far behind. There's 3 SCVs here. I think he brought those to repair that other medevac earlier, or that other siege tank. And now they're just hanging out going, what are we even doing here, Bob? I don't know. Work order says repair an orange hit point siege tank on the cliff. They're going to actually hug that siege tank right now. Ooh. Oh, nice flank on the rallying siege tanks. Lambo takes out 2 siege tanks, but that 1 tank is still there on the high ground with a big pack of Marines. The Marines with a fresh stim pack ejected into their veins are going to run forwards, their trigger fingers itching, and Lambo unable to withstand it. More importantly, Bunny. Beautiful sieging positioning, great angle, and he overcomes the curse of the Urubu. All right, a rough game 3 there for Lambo, now in the top left of Gresvin. His opponent in the bottom right, Bunny. With a bit of a comeback there, man. Keeps himself alive. But he's still got to win 2 games in a row. There is 0 room for error for Bunny. With how this series has gone, that's tough, man. That's tough. Lambo's openings have looked pretty solid. He did surprise him with the quick Banshee that game, so I wonder if Bunny tries something a bit more kind of unique, a bit interesting. Barracks and gas is there. We've got the hatchery coming up on the natural. Drones are going to be going to take the gas. On this map, I always think about 8 racks, right? Terran takes this third, Zerg takes this third. And then we always see the same push, because Zerg always takes this 5th base. I think they're crazy for it. I think I was talking to Rainer at this tournament at ESL Summer. And I was like, can you guys stop taking this? Like, this base, they siege tanks down here, over here. It's every Zerg loses the game fighting here over this cliff. And I know this base kind of sucks. I know this base kind of sucks, but I feel like this base up here is just better. I feel like that top base is just the best. It's not amazing, but I think it's easier to flank up here. And it's also easy to go around and backstab, whereas when Terran has center control of the map with their push, it's very easy for them to block your counterattack attempts as well. So definitely something I'd like to see a little bit more of. Bunny not looking to take any chances in game 4. He's going to go for an SCV scout. He confirms hatchery first, and he does just go home. Reaper will come across the map to follow that up. And you can already see, oh, he wants to get his factory started immediately. A lot of players will use the SCV that builds the depot to start the factory because the reactor isn't going to be ready in time anyway. But interesting that Bunny chooses to send a second SCV to do it. Innovation would disapprove. Innovation is the efficiency master when it comes to always using SCVs that are already building things to build the next thing. Doesn't like interrupting his mineral line mining. Alright, Reaper's going to take out a few Zerglings. Just one. Seems like the standard tax that Lambo pays. Well worth getting an extra drone out. He doesn't skip, he doesn't build the 6 Zerglings that, you know, a lot of players are such big fans of. He is going to do the laser move this time. I like it. Okay, Lambo's going to do the laser move. It delays the creep a little, but his inject pops on the natural, which means the drones are popping closer to the minerals they want to be mining. Good move. Reaper hitting the hatchery. Bunny will pull back. Third command center goes down. Starport is there as well. And it just looks like a pretty standard Hellion Banshee opening from what I can see. Wouldn't be a bad idea to mix it up with like a Liberator or something like that. Get a Viking out to clean up some Overlords. But Lambo's been pretty conservative with his Overlord placement. Only one on this side of the map. It's going to be hard to find any serious value. Creep is spreading out. Lambo guarding that creep very doggedly. But the creep spread's been pretty delayed so far. I think this is a good opening for Bunny. There we go. Tech Lab is on the way. Expect that swap to come down momentarily. Oh, as I say it, no, he's going for a Viking, actually. Okay, so it is going to be that Viking this time around, mixing it up a little bit. Deny Lambo's vision. Maybe surprise him with the follow-up. Oh, is he actually going to dive? Whoa, I was not expecting this. Good focus fire from Lambo, though. One Hellion has already gone down. Forces an Evo chamber trick for a Hellion. I mean, that's not a great pickoff at all. Fantastic defense by Lambo. Just uses an extractor trick to save that one as well. Spread some creep, cancel the gas. Oh, beautiful play by Lambo. This is very clean defense. Not a huge sacrifice for Bunny, but Lambo's opening is clean as. Liberator comes in behind that as well. So it is Viking, cleans the path up, and then the Liberators follow up. That Viking heads straight up here and finds that Overlord. That'd be great. Looks like he might just barely miss it, but no, changes his path to the north a bit more. And he should catch that bad boy. These other Overlords need to pull back. You don't want to give away too many kills, Lambo. Remember, Lambo took this front third, so I am already thinking about that 8 racks pushing up the guts in this direction. That Overlord goes down. This one is finally getting pulled back, but that Viking still might catch it if he doesn't move the Queen over. There we go. Queen's in position. Well done by Lambo. Good anticipation. Viking shouldn't be able to find anything. Oh, he looks for it. Lambo's Queen a little out of position. He could commit and get the Overlord if he wants to. And yep, he's going to. Really nice moves by Bunny there. Oh, Hellions bounce the Queens, but there's plenty of Zerglings. He's going to have to pull away with those Hellions. Viking does take out the Overlord, but it goes down. And that means Lambo should feel comfortable spreading Overlords back all along the edges of the map, as there isn't going to be any future concern of that. But 4 more Overlords are on the way. Liberator comes in. Looks like it forced a re-siege. Oh, Bunny overcommits, though. Forces a bit of lost mining time. He tried to do a very cheeky siege of the mineral line. Queen moved over it, then quickly just sieged on the Queen, hoping that Lambo wasn't looking. Doesn't find the mark. On the other hand, Lambo's in disarray. Lambo's defending the specific moves very well. You're going to notice, even though he traded very efficiently, he was missing a lot of production. He got supply blocks. Finally, he does drone, and, well, he's at 65 workers. So, I was like, yeah, he's supply blocked. His production's slow. Bam. 2 seconds later, he builds 20 workers. He's back to a very healthy economic lead. Question is, when is Bunny's marine pressure going to follow up? It's a while away, guys. His medevacs have not started yet. I don't think Bunny's got follow-up pressure until about 7.5 minutes in this game. That's a long way to go. That gives Lambo all the time in the world to mass-ling Bane off 70 drones. 4th base, getting a handful of workers on it so far. Macro Hatchery goes down. I like that choice for Lambo. Macro Hatchery more important than an exposed 5th base in this map where he knows it's going to be difficult to hold on to those positions. I would say late game for Terran can be very powerful here on this map. But, oh, Lambo leaving a Queen out. Looks like a misclick. That Queen accidentally went in the wrong direction. But Massling's going to try and punish. Oh, the Marines are here, though. That Queen, if she keeps running, she's fine. Run, Lambo, run. Looks like the Queen will get out of there. Saves her to fight another day. 71 workers versus 60 SCVs. The tanks inside the medevacs are, of course, Bunny's special maneuver. He hasn't really done it yet. First two medevacs are about... Yeah, they're already out on the front lines. Interesting. Well, if he doesn't move out with those tanks soon, Bunny's playing a much slower style. And that means he needs a 4th command center and a 2nd factory. So I would not be surprised to see those go down in the near future. Oh, focuses down a Baneling, but a little bit out of position with those Marines and medevacs. They weren't clumped up, so we couldn't pick them up all at once. Hellions and Reaper with a nice grenade, taking out a few Zerglings, slowing down the creep spread. And just a couple of Zerglings getting ready for what appears to be either a scout or maybe even a little Baneling backstab. Still no 4th command center. What is going down? 2 more barracks on the way? He's going to do a 7 barracks push, guys. This is a big 3-base push for Bunny. Lambo's droned up a little more to 78 workers, but he's taken that terrible base once again that I hate. I hate that base so much. I think it's so easy for the Terran to kill in this frontal push. And the problem is, if you take this base, a push here kills 2 bases for the price of 1. Whereas if you expand elsewhere, you at least force the Terran to split up and attack multiple positions. But every Zerg loves this base because they like losing Gressfin. That's my theory. I don't know. I'm not counting Lambo out yet, though. He's already setting up those beautiful flanks that he did in the previous game. And remember how well he set this up before. On the other hand, Bunny is set up in a weird position. He's so far back. That might surprise Lambo. Lambo, he's already getting shelled on. He's going to try to come in, but the Isling Bane is not really in the right position. He thought more of the army would be to the left of our screen, but it's actually all on the right. And Bunny surprising him. He had a squad of Marines, 2 screens in front of his army. He tricked Lambo into pulling the trap closed way too early. And only now does Bunny step forward. Oh, you devious Terran, Bunny. Really smart play by him. And look at that siege tank. Oh, that coverage is insane. Look at how deep this siege tank down the bottom can reach. You can barely see that dotted white line where it can fire to. Lambo's going to come in with a flank attempt number 2, but oh! The Banelings need to find the Marines. They're mostly finding siege tanks. He does get a lot of lings on top of the siege tanks, but the Marines are avoiding the Banelings. Great focus fire by Bunny. Tanks taking out most of the Banelings. There's only 1 Baneling left. The Marines stand strong. Oh, a few lings and Banes left, but it looks like he might lose control of this position. If he loses this position, he's going to lose those 2 bases. That is not what you want right now as Lambo. Banelings getting some juicy hits, but a lot of Marines in the top do escape. Those 2 siege tanks still alive, sorry, I should say. The Marines on top of the Queens. The drones are going down. 3rd base goes down. Lambo's still on 4 bases, but this one is unable to mine. A lot of these drones are just idling right now to the left of this, and it seems like a very successful push. Bunny did not even have 2-2 started, guys. He's literally just started his +2 attack, but I don't think it matters because Lambo's just so far behind on army. The siege tanks are there up the guts. And I got to say, the way he Bunny thought, he's like, yep, you think my army's here. He actually set his army up here. And it's kind of in between this choke point and with all this terrain kind of blocking around it, making it hard for the Ling Bane to advance. That was a really genius setup. And he actually trapped Lambo into trying to surround in the wrong angle. That was a beautiful push by Bunny. All right, guys, he's on the comeback train. Momentum's on his side. Bunny, the Marine Tank Master, looking so good right now. And Lambo in the bottom left side, struggling. The momentum has gone away from him. He can't stop these Marine Tank pushes. They're just too good. I mean, that last one was devious. It was delicious. Apparently, Mr. Sal, Upper Tree Zelda, called it tank-spired play from Bunny. It's when you're inspired to put your tanks in the best position ever. Oh, no scouting here, guys. No SCV scout. Bunny happy to play a bit greedy. And he's getting away with it. Interestingly, Lambo is not pulling off gas just yet, so it looks like he wants a quicker ling speed. Maybe he'll do... I didn't see if he took the gas faster than normal. I know Dark likes to do it where he goes quick ling speed and then does a 6 ling backstab right when ling speed kicks in. I don't know if this is early enough to really do that. He's actually leaving 2 workers on gas, though. Lambo with a special tactic in mind. 2-base muta, perhaps. Ling's coming down. Reaper's going to poke in on the natural. Alright, he's been getting 1 Zergling pretty consistently with this Reaper. See if Lambo can avoid the Reaper attacks for the first time in this series. Oh! Doesn't want to have to build any Spore Crawlers with those drones, and it looks like, hey, he does avoid the Reaper attacks for now. Inject on the natural. He's going to bring that... Oh, he does have to do the Spore Crawler, but he kills the Reaper! He kills the Reaper. That's massive for Lambo. And he immediately drops a Baneling Nest. He was planning this from the start. He never pulled off gas, guys. Oh my god, Bunny. And Bunny's going 3 CC into 3 racks. Oh no, Bunny! Okay, so I don't know if Lambo just assumed he was going to do this build. I've told you guys, Lambo's a very smart player. He might have studied Bunny and noticed that he does this on this map a lot. And he said, you know what, game 5, good chance he does it. Let's leave on gas. Let's prepare to do this. And killing the Reaper is going to make him very confident. Because he hasn't scouted anything else, guys. All he saw was Reaper and then like the reactor behind it. That's all he saw. He's just like, oh yeah, no worries. It's a reactor. I guess the reactor timing, maybe that told him something. But no, if you've gone Reaper, Marine, then Factory, that's the, Reaper, Marine, then Reactor, that tells you it could be a factory just behind it. So I really feel like Lambo's either done some homework or maybe he's just expecting a 3cc with 2 Hellions. And he's like, if I can surround the first 2 Hellions, I win the game. Oh my god, he's just out of vision. Oh, Bunny sees it! Bunny sees it! Okay, can Bunny get back to the high ground? He's going to pull the SCVs. He's got to leave some on the outside. Leave some on the outside. Oh no! Okay, he lets the Lings get up. But actually, no, I don't think Lambo can take this fight. Yeah, good hold position there. And but when he pulls back to raise for the depots, the wall is still down. Oh no, the Banelings actually decide to change targets and go after the SCVs. The Marines getting surrounded by the Zerglings. Lambo with a vicious all-in in game 5. Oh man, you almost never see Bane Busts in this matchup, but that's when it's most effective, when everyone's forgotten that a certain all-in even exists, when they haven't practiced against it in months or years. That is when it can find your opponent just not expecting it. Beautiful choice by Lambo to bring this out in game 5. Very unfortunate for Bunny. He had the comeback train going. He's gonna just go for a greedy 3cc into a mass bio play, and Lambo finds the mark and guns him down. Oh wow, what a turn of events. I felt like all the momentum was on Bunny's side. He said, let's just do a slightly greedy opening and smash him in the mid-game onwards. Lambo did not give him that chance, and a fantastic victory for the German. GG, well played.